3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Cause it's Friday.
Treat yourself.
It's Friday night.
Looking forward to the weekend.
You know it ain't no stopping all the dogs I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything.
Miss Horney, what's this year's T word?
Do you know what this year's Edison T word is? Do y'all know what this year's T word is? So do you know what this year's T word is?
No.
This year's T word, do you know?
No, I don't.
What this year's T word is?
No.
You're supposed to say no.
You don't need to say so. Do you know what the Edison Tommy T word this year is?
No.
Miss Horney, what's this year's T word?
This year's T word is tradition. Tommies have tradition. What this really means is that we are all part of a great tradition here at Edison, 100 years old. We're part of that amazing tradition. It also means that we bring our traditions from home and culture to make this a rich and amazing place. And then finally, it means that if a tradition causes harm or doesn't include someone, we want to change that tradition. So that's what we're all about. Tommies have tradition.
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 We have had a T word for about the past 9 years. The very first T word we had was tenacious about 9 years ago, and then tradition now is our most recent word.
And that is incorrect. There is in 1934 there was a T word about today and tomorrow.
1930 what?
4.
What's your favorite Tommy tradition? What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
This is my first year here.
What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
I don't know any Tommy traditions. I'm new here. Can you tell me some?
What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
Feature Fridays.
Cause it's Friday.
What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
Wearing a Tommy t-shirt every Friday.
What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
My favorite Tommy tradition is the student versus staff game.
Staff versus student game, staff beating the students.
We're not about to lose. We're not losing. We're not about to lose. We're not losing.
My favorite Tommy tradition is the student activity fair.
It has to be the pep rallies.
Y'all know what it is. I made this rap.
We haven't had one in a long time, but Pet Fest.
Got my brother
During the Pep Fest auditorium.
Say no more. Clean off, they get the beam on their head. Think we take blue faces.
The pep rally. Yeah, it's like homecoming, the whole homecoming week.
Pushing the Nissan, diamonds on neon. Don't mess with haters, haters is peon. Live on the moon, what do you be on? Ran to the sack like my name is Dion.
The fall homecoming.
Whacking the back like she had a little flea on. Generous, so I just put the whole team on. I just be cool and Debo put the heat on. Ay.
Stand like a Tommy, beat them so bad they calling her mommy. Taking a girl, they calling us Poppy. Falling the fence.
What's your favorite Tommy tradition?
My favorite Tommy tradition is at graduation when students greet the families in all the different languages from Edison.
Bienvenidos a...
My favorite Tommy tradition are the cultural showcase events that our student groups put on. They're always super amazing, and I love those, and I go every year.
Tommies have tradition.
Tommies have tradition.
Tommies have tradition.
Tommies have tradition.
You know what Tommies have?
Tradition.
Introduce yourself.
Mr. Mike Icarella. I teach business classes here at Edison in room 331.
What were some traditions that Edison had when you were when you were a student here?
When I was a student, and homecoming was huge, and so you always had a big Pep Fest rally. You had the parade. One of the funnest things was that each class had their own float, so we literally would have to build a float from scratch. It was a pretty big deal. You had a lot of alumni come back, and it was kind of one of those events where you really felt you were at kind of at a special place.
What are we doing this year for homecoming?
So this year we're really going up big time. You guys are up for some neat stuff. We're playing Columbia Heights of the Highlanders, so who can make the best sing for that. And then we've got a parade that's going to be great. It's going to go around the school and around Jackson Square. It's going to be like a figure eight, and it's going to have like every car from every decade in it. So, and we're going to have certain people that graduated in certain years in those cars. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of people just coming back and for the first time and check the old school out.
1934 for homecoming, Principal Cook flew in a blue and gold airplane being driven by a senior. Would you let a senior drive you around in an airplane around Edison High School?
I wouldn't let a senior drive me around in a car, let alone an airplane. No. Principal Cook was very brave, I'll say that.
The next time we're going to have an airplane do a flyover for homecoming, even if it's driven by a professional pilot.
I think we should try for this year. I can't make any promises, but I think we should try.
Tommies have tradition. Tommies have tradition.
And we announce the year we're gonna graduate.
Winning. Yeah! Winning. Yeah! I don't know if y'all heard, but winning.
Tommies have tradition.